Okay, sorry about my hand there. We have these bushes. That is when it is growing. There's another little one by this pine tree. When they're growing, during the summer months, they are cream-colored wild indigos, is what they're called. Strange they're called that because they're cream-colored flowers. Well, I did research because we've got them all along the front of our house. And here's the first one. Here's where they are, some more of them. There. Broke every year in the fall, we get branches broken off and placed in our yard in front of our house usually. Last year there was one that was cedar. There's the end. Last year there was one right in front of our door. 5 minutes after we'd taken the dogs in, one of the dogs had to go back out again. And so when we took him out, there was a bush right in front of the door that we just walked in, placed there. So I started doing research because this has been happening for years. Our house is right here. Here's the next one. It was originally right here in the road, okay? But I moved it out of the road because we drive there. But there's one, well, actually two. That's not all. So, near the end of our house, there's one in the road. If it's still there. Yes. Way down at the end of our house. There's these two. Same thing. All right. And then there's that one. Okay, what I want to tell you about this, and this is the end of our house, by the way, so it's like it makes this little... Now, my husband said, oh, they blew there. They did not blow there. The wind's been blowing all day, and they're not blowing. Besides that, if you notice, this is a little hard to do, since they're like right up there's where the bush is. I mean, way up there, you know, by the main road. And this is all the way down here at the end of the house. That's quite a ways. So anyway, I did a little research on what these plants are used for, and there's medicinal purposes for it. I mean, it can be used as neosporin if you get the seeds, crush them up, and they used to use buffalo fat with them. They would use it like neosporin on open cuts and wounds. It also is good for sore throats, but I don't know how to make the concoctions and wouldn't try. But that's not all. The Native Americans used it as protection spells. They would use it in an amulet they would keep around their neck, or they would tie it to their work animals, close to where they were being, when they were working, the working animals and dogs and everything else for protection. You can put the leaves in your pocket for protection. Now, I don't believe in all that. My point here is, why were these bushes broken off? Here's another one, broken off, and put all the length of my house, and who did it? I'm going to discuss that when I can be face to face with you. It's a beautiful day today. It's so beautiful. So I will try to work on that. And it will be at the end of this video. More information, a picture of the plant, and tell you a little bit of the weird things that go on around my property. Yeah, 2 security guards have said we have Bigfoot in our area, and they live near a lake here. Well, I've known for a long time we had something going on, and I will tell you more about this situation when I continue. Well, If you're watching me right now, then you've already watched the other part of the video that I put on about the strange bushes with the cream-colored indigo, wild indigo bush. Well, anyway, I'm just here to just add a little bit. I said quite a bit, mispronounced some words a little bit, and did some silly things. But anyway, I don't have the same beliefs as you. You probably believe something totally different, but because of what I've experienced out here with the tree knocking, or you might as well say slamming, at night when we've gone out, like a threat, get out of my space, to rocks being thrown, and this happening every fall, I tend to believe that it is of the Bigfoot form. And the reason being is because there's no other explanation. It only happens late, after 3 in the morning or later. And it just so happened the other night when this happened, I was awake. I did hear something outside, but I figured it was probably just a deer, or we've got a little armadillo that hangs around, and I thought maybe that's what it was, so I wasn't really worried about it until the next day when it has happened again. I wondered if it's a protection spell, which I don't do spells, I don't believe in spells. I do prayer, okay? I believe in God and Jesus and all that, and that's what I believe in. I believe in the Word of God, but people believe in things, and so I kind of thought it was maybe somebody practicing witchcraft, but who would be up out here in a gated community at 3 or 4 in the morning? It's just kind of weird. And all of our lights malfunction. We have replaced our motion light. This is the second time. We're fixing to have to replace it again. They keep shorting out. When I had the lights outside during the summer, they kept getting knocked out. And I finally quit putting them on, and they quit breaking. They were being broken, like something was throwing something at them. I don't know, but they don't like light, whatever this is. And so I think they've got some dark side to them, whatever they are, and I don't believe it's human. I believe that it is part of the Bigfoot. And the protection spell, I have to believe that's what they're trying to do. They've been around since the Native Americans roamed around here. We are in the middle of Cherokee Nation. So I believe that they're probably, they learned some things from them. And this protection spell was put to protect animals and yourself. And since it's around the front of our house, I got thinking, well, are they protecting themselves? And that didn't make sense because they didn't put any on the end where we have persimmons and blackberries that they come eat. So they're not protecting themselves. They're putting that out there to protect something in our house. And so I believe that it's either us they're protecting because they saw the burglars that we've had in the past, and they kind of like us. I don't know, because we've had trouble ever since we lived here in 2001. So maybe they've gotten to know us and like us. I don't know. I think they like animals. I think they particularly like dogs. And I've got a couple of reasons why. I think one is... never mind. I'm not even going to say that because you will think I'm crazy. But I may in another time when I feel more comfortable. But I will tell you this. I was getting onto the dogs one time, and they, or whoever, started throwing rocks at me because I was outside at night and they were pilling around and I wanted to go in. I was kind of freaky out. I felt weird anyway. It smelled weird outside, and I mean weird like in a stinky way, like pew, I thought maybe wild pigs were out there, and we do have wild pigs. I've only had one come on the property once in all the time we've lived here. But anyway, I was griping at them, and all of a sudden I get rock thrown. It didn't hit me, it lands right in front of me, and I said, stop it, and it does it again. I said, stop it, and it does again. I said, stop it in the name of Jesus, and it didn't do it again. So I thought, whatever this is spiritual in nature, or it's got to obey the Lord. It doesn't have the Spirit of God. I don't know. All I know is what's been happening, and it's weird. But this year I have not removed the bushes because I don't believe in that stuff, and I believe it can have an opposite effect on a Christian sometimes. And so I was real concerned about leaving it on the property. but I decided I was going to leave it a few days and see how it felt in the house and everything. Haven't felt weird. Felt at peace at night. Felt good. It's been quiet. The dogs haven't been hearing something I couldn't hear and barking and being nervous. So I don't think, I don't believe anybody can curse me anyway. I'm covered in the protection of the Lord. But whatever it is trying to protect something in this house. Probably the dogs. Maybe us, because we are the dog's parents. I don't know. I'm not too worried about it other than it's just weird. And I thought somebody might want to hear. I'd be very interested to know if somebody else has heard any Bigfoot stories or Sasquatch stories where there's been witchcraft around their house performed or some kind of spell and they've caught on to it. I would be interested to know if they do that. And I have a feeling they do. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. Okay, I'm going to be back in just a minute. Okay, what I wanted to say is I don't know where to look on this thing. I think it's right there. But anyway, I'm just going to look ahead. I'm not blind. I am sort of, because I look real fuzzy on this screen. I don't have my glasses on. But anyway, I'm going to do a video pretty soon, and I'm real nervous about it, but I really feel like the timing is now. And for you that are interested in Bible prophecy in the end times and the Antichrist appearance, you'll be very interested in this. In 2002, I had a vision, and it was of the coming Antichrist. And it was very frightening and disturbing, except I knew that God had given it to me. And he told me to draw a picture. Now, I'm no artist. I don't know why he chose me. I even asked him, why'd you choose me to draw a picture when I can't even draw? Why didn't you show this to an artist? And he said, this is all he said, because I wanted you to do it. Okay, Lord, I'm going to do it. But it is a picture that I've been looking at leaders in all the countries around the world for years and thought it might have been Assad of Syria. But something just wasn't right. And then this one, I saw a video of this guy, and I didn't get chills. I was stopped in my tracks and just frozen, because if it's not who I saw in that vision, then he's got a twin. And I feel like God gave this to me. Whether it is him or not, I'm humble. I am not so proud that if I'm wrong, I won't admit it. I would rather put it out there than not, and then it be him and somebody get fooled someday, okay? So I am going to give you enough information where you'll know who it is. Unless I can find a royalty-free picture that is okay to put on my video, I won't put a picture of him. But you will have enough information. You will be able to go see him and put a picture of him looking straight at the camera of the picture along with mine. And you'll see so much resemblance that it's going to blow your mind, I think. I really believe, and his beliefs are out of this world, and it just lines straight up with the end time wicked leader that's going to deceive so many. And I don't want anybody that I know to be deceived. Okay, well, I'm going to go. My daughter, who's a big YouTuber, told me to make this at least 30 minutes long. It may take me 10 days to load it up then, because I've got slow internet. But anyway, I am going to put some more videos out. I've got a better program to help. I still don't know how to slice out something that I don't want in a video. So when you see my videos, they are raw. I can't get rid of any mistakes. That's why when I was outside and my attention was getting pulled this way and that by sounds and people driving by and my dogs barking, that I would forget my train of thought and jump off into something else. And I'm sorry about that, but that's just me. And if I can figure out how to chop that stuff up and those mistakes, I will be doing it. Until then, I can't. So you hear me mispronounce medicinal. Medicinal, like Medusa. Oh my gosh, Medusa. Okay, if you start following me, you're gonna find out I'm a little wacky. I never enjoyed, I never was, I felt like I wasn't allowed to be funny when I was small because I had to grow up quickly because I had little brothers and sisters to take care of. And so I didn't learn how to have fun until I was in my 30s, okay? And so now I just, everything, like my husband said, everything you're thinking just flies out your mouth. I said, yeah, it does, except for a few things. I've learned a little through the years what not to say. But anyway, I love to have fun. I'm going to have some fun videos. I'm going to be walking around and talking, and you know, you'll see my dogs, and they're in that first one. That's my favorite. That's my Nicky dog. He's the old elder dog of the family. You'll get to know us, and I hope you stick around. Tell your friends about our channel. I like to talk about things that I've experienced. I am also going to be talking a little bit about exorcism. I've been in several. I've seen the results of freedom, and I've seen the results of not freedom. And I want to explain the difference to you, and just go into a little bit of the details of what I experienced when I came face to face with a person that was literally taken over and in bondage to demonic spirits. They're real, y'all. They're real. And if you know God, they know you. You've got a wanted poster down in hell for you. Oh, well. And you know, I'm a big mouth and I tell everybody because I don't want anybody to be fooled. Okay, that's enough of that. I'm going to go now. I need to burp because I just ate a while ago and I feel one coming up, and that wouldn't be very nice to do on a video. So I'm going to go, okay, and do it in private. And maybe my dogs will be around, you know, or I got to go, okay? See y'all later.